Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy and we're going to be painting these little birds right here. The prompt was something silly that I didn't want to paint. It was vitamin. And I thought, well, vitamins are, you take vitamins because you care, caring, love, birds love each other, mama bird, baby bird, caring. There we go. So, gave me an excuse to paint birds. I'm probably going to time lapse this because it's evening and small living space, you know. So yeah, I will go ahead and paint this, time lapse it a little bit, and I'll come in at the end with final thoughts. Okay, sound good? Okay, let's get going. Oh, I'm using my Beam paints. And the same watercolor, and this is World Watercolor Month, Day 15, vitamin. I don't think I said all that, but there you go. I'm not taping off any more of the pages. I'm just going to work edge to edge. It's easier that way, and given the fact that my workspace is much smaller now, I'm trying to not be frustrated and cope. I'm coping. Trying to raise up my chair. There, now I'm a little bit taller. Alright, here we go. And here we go. I'm going to give a little spritz. I'll talk as long as I can. When my boyfriend comes up, I'm going to have to throw on the time lapse because he's going to want to chat. Alright, just spritz the whole page. This was just drawn on with graphite. I'm going to keep it simple and kind of fun like the other ones. And again, these are my Beam paints. That's the swatches. And there's the palette. I love my Beam paints so much. I love them so much. Let's do a fun little green and blue background. And just playing with color today. I haven't painted in a while, so I'm feeling a little out of sorts. I do have several drawings done though. I sketched them out today, so I should be able to paint pretty freely over the next couple of days, which will be nice. Come down here, some blues, a little bit of greens. This is actually a leaf over here, so we'll go ahead and put in a nice bold layer of leaf green, and then we'll come over the top of it later and play around. Same with these leaves over here. Nice layer of paint like that. I just want the background to be fun and loose and kind of playful. I do have a pretty sedimentary drop of blue right here. So maybe we'll do a little more down here, kind of. There we go. There. Hi guys, welcome to the time-lapse and voiceover portion of the video. This once again is day 15, vitamin, and my thought patterns went a little berserk to get to this point. overall, at the end of the painting, I feel like it's a little bit stiff. Like the birds' heads could have been a little more natural feeling and a little more have that little more feeling of movement, I guess. Overall, I like the painting. I think it turned out pretty. I love the colors, all the different greens, and the touches of harvest colors that I used. I do feel like it's very spring, end of spring, kind of into summer kind of feeling. That's when most birds are born, right? End of spring, into summer. So they have time to learn how to fly before the cold weather hits. I do go back and forth a lot. I have fun putting down a bunch of colors, color, and this next to that. And I want this to look the nest part to look very busy and like there's lots of different elements in it. Thus the use of colors, the choice in the like blue or greens and the browns, throwing it all together, kind of hodgepodge. Hummingbird nests, I've looked at a bunch of different photos and they can be pretty much ranged from bright greens all the way through to like muted browns and those kinds of colors. And grays and like that. But I wanted this painting to be more colorful, more bright. It's the first painting I've done in quite a while. Moved in here end of July. It is mid-August, so I've been here for a couple weeks now, and here I am deciding to zoom in so you can see better what I'm doing now that I'm working on the birds. I'm getting a little meticulous with the black paint, and the little tippity tip of the brush is very thin hairs of this particular paintbrush that I own. It is my Princeton Herritage. Hold on, let me look. Where'd you go? I think it's the Herritage. Yeah, because that's everything's in the way. Everything's in the way. Nothing's where it should be. Oh, there it is. Set off to the side. Oh no, this is a Velvetouch number 6, and it has very fine little hairs on the tip, which make it excellent for doing detail work. The Velvetouch has a firmer brush and gives me that. I prefer a firmer brush for most of my watercolor stuff. I will use my Neptunes, which is a softer brush for the Princeton line, for big washes and softer laydowns of color, where I don't need as much control or don't want as much control. It's a thought process. For little things like this, a still shot of something detailed, like a hummingbird and multicolored, like a hummingbird can be. I like that little sense of control. And I really do like the Velvetouch line of brushes. They're in that mid point of give and take. Like they snap back into form, but they're just really nice to use. I like them a lot. They're a particular favorite at this point in my what do you call it? Painting career? Art journey. That's what I like to call it. I was thinking of making the baby bird pink and magenta, and later on I changed my mind a little bit. I did want greens in both of them. I think that looks really pretty. And I know what's wrong with the mama bird's head. I wanted it pointing up more, with her eye looking more down towards the baby bird, and that and then the back of her head, I wanted her feathers to be more ruffled, to be more lifted. We jumped a little bit there. I have a bunch of blues going in. Decided to put in some peaches, and on top of those peaches I will put a metallic copper. I end up putting in a little bit of metallic paint to give this a little the birds a little sparkle, because I think that's pretty. And this palette offers a lot of mica paints, and the colors are gorgeous. So yeah, here we are. What am I doing? Oh, I'm putting in the copper and a little bit of black. Kind of got a little carried away with the darks, but I end up balancing them out pretty well, I think, in the end. And some hummingbirds do have really dark darks on their feathers in certain areas, so it's fine. It's totally fine. I was listening to I need a nap. I was listening to Madam Adam. I just subscribed. I've seen him on Insta and love him to death on Insta, and decided to look and see if he had a YouTube channel, and he does. So I was listening to his YouTube channel while I was painting, which was very entertaining, super relaxing but chatty, like visiting with friends kind of feeling. He's definitely a no holds barred, no punches pulled kind of personality. So if you don't care for that, don't do that. But I appreciate that. So he really resonates with me. And yeah, I'm trying to put in a dark layer here on this set of feathers that's underneath the bright feathers, and kind of out of the sun more on the baby bird. And knowing that the paint is going to dry lighter, I went heavy dark right there. So don't be afraid to go in heavy with your darks. Also note that some of the paints I'm using in the beam paint set are gouache. They are, when I ordered the set, I did not know it was going to be a mix of watercolor and gouache paints. And yes, rewettable gouache is considered a watercolor, but that's not what I thought I was ordering. So not that I'm upset. I'm not at all. Just was not expecting that, and couldn't figure out when I first got the paints why they were reacting the way they were on the page when they're watercolor, like they're supposed to be translucent and vibrant, and I'm supposed to be layer color on color and be able to see the color through the color. It's not supposed to be opaque at all. So that did throw me when I first got them. So I do have my set, and on each gouache color I put a G on my swatches, so that I know when I'm using the paint that this is going to behave more like a gouache than a watercolor. If I want it to be more watercolory, I need to really thin it out. And thinning it out just makes it the color I don't want it to be. Like I like the vibrancies of watercolor. So yeah, just something to note if you do want to get beam paints. Be careful what colors you pick. Some of them that are labeled watercolor are actually gouache because they have a lot of white pigment in them. Yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. Overall, I love the painting. Got decent texture on my leaves. The branch I could have done a little more work on. The painting took about an hour and 10 minutes. I was getting tired. It was getting late. These are all done after work, so limited time at this point in my creative time. But let me know what you think in the comments below of this little painting, and I will react to your comments. I don't know what I was going to say there. I'm a little fuzzy and lost. I'm actually doing my sleep apnea test tonight. I went and picked up the test kit today, so something to know. I will be doing that tonight, and possibly sleeping with a sleep apnea machine for the next year after that. We'll see. Trying not to take a nap today. I really love naps. I've always liked naps though. Always, always. That's not a new thing. That's not a sleep apnea thing. That's just a life thing. I'm putting a little more browns. I really like the colors of the baby bird and not so much the mama bird. I once again feel like she's very stiffly drawn. But here we are, slowed down, real time. I'm thinking, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for being here. Bye.